Greetings, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us with another episode of the Priestess View. I'm Goddess Rhonda, and of course, as always, we have with us our beautiful Goddess Star.
Hi, everyone, and good to see you all. As usual, we are happy to be here tonight, and as usual, with the beautiful Goddess Rhonda.
Well, thank you. So tonight we're going to be talking about, this is just a kickback, grab your favorite beverage, kick off your shoes, relax from the day, philosophical kind of show. There's no right or wrong answers with what we're going to be talking about, but we're just going to be discussing some philosophies tonight. But as always, before we begin, we like to cast a circle of protection around us.
I just had, oh, there it is. See, I'm ready, but I'm not ready, right?
Okay, you're here. That's what's important.
Yes. Okay, I'm all set.
All right.
I made some Samhain incense for the whole, beginning of the year, New Year and everything, and
Yes.
I thought I will be doing some of that tonight with us. Yeah, it smells always so beautiful smelling. Okay, there you go, girl.
All righty. All hail, our lords and ladies of the East, our brothers and sisters. Our sister and patron, the sacred element, our brother and patron, the sacred element of air, namaste. Divine honor, love, joy, peace, and respect to thee. We charge thee, please cause a barrier of protection through all of our walls that face your direction, from corner to corner and end to end. Let peace and protection reign herein. Thank you. So it is. So mote it be.
So it is, and so mote it be. All hail, O lords and ladies of the South, my brothers and sisters, my brother and patron, the sacred element of fire. Namaste. The divine honor, love, joy, peace, and respect to thee. I charge you, please cause a barrier of protection through all our walls that face the direction, from corner to corner and end to end. Let peace and protection reign herein. Thank you, and so it is. So mote it be.
So it is. So mote it be. All hail, our lords and ladies of the West, our brothers and sisters, our sister and patron, the sacred element of water. Namaste. Divine honor, love, joy, peace, and respect to thee. We charge thee, please cause a barrier of protection through all of our walls that face your direction, from corner to corner and end to end. Let peace and protection reign herein. Thank you. So it is. So mote it be.
So it is, and so mote it be. All hail, O lords and ladies of the North, my brothers and sisters, my sister and patron, the sacred element of earth. Namaste. Divine honor, love, joy, peace, and respect to thee. I charge thee, please cause a barrier of protection through all of our walls that face your direction, from corner to corner and end to end. Let peace and protection reign herein. And so it is. So mote it be.
So it is. So mote it be. And we now bring down the divine white light from the sacred source of all well-being and fill all of our spaces with peace and protection always. So it is. So mote it be.
So it is, and so mote it be.
All righty. So we're going to get on with our discussion. Part of our discussion tonight is going to be if you could only have 3 powers or 3 supernatural abilities, what would they be? And then if you could only have 1, what would it be? Now you may be thinking, oh, well, I already know what it is because I have this idea in my head. But I just decided to look up different supernatural powers and abilities, not realizing exactly how many there are. So we're going to be giving you a ginormous list. If we finish this list today, it'll be a miracle. A ginormous list to choose from, but also to let you know what abilities are out there that you can develop should you choose to, because I believe we can develop those abilities with the proper training and the discipline and so forth. But so because that's such a long list, we're going to start with our first actual category, the other category that we had, which is with all of the things going on in the world today. We've got racial issues and we've got gun violence we've got political upheaval, we have environmental upheaval with all the hurricanes and fires and things going on. Where should we? I know that we often will cast our own little individual spells to try to fix things or maybe get with a coven and work on a certain project. But as a mass amount of witches, where do you feel we should put our energy the most? Should we put our energy in fixing the environment? Should we first focus? And of course, we want to work on all these things, but where do you feel we should put our energy
Is
first?
most,
The
yeah.
environment, politics, the racism, or the violence that seems to just be getting out of control. Now, of course, there is no right or wrong answer. This is just what your theory, your philosophy is, and we would love to hear your theories and philosophies in the chat room. If
Yeah.
you're looking on your computer, the chat room will be on your right.
No, right. Yeah.
Now, if you're on a phone or a tablet, I'm not quite sure where those would be. So you might have to scroll down a little bit, but we would love to hear from you where you think our energy should go first. So, Goddess Star, where do you feel between
Oh God.
the, yeah, I know it's hard,
You
between
have
the,
to stick that at me, right? I'm just
of
like,
course,
it's just that, oh boy, I think we all are, it's so all askew. I'm just like, I was sitting at it's hard to say because I was sitting at the witches' ball. I'm all ready to have everyone come and enjoy themselves on the 31st, and then to hear that there was a terrorist attack at my son's school. It just seems so, I hate to say the words, normal. Everything is becoming too normalized because everything is coming at us over and over and over, one after the other. But in terms of, I don't know, I think I would love to say fixing human beings, but I think human beings are, it's so hard to say fix the problems with us because we have so many.
right.
I would say start with the earth itself, Mother Earth itself. Work on what's best for her, because I almost feel like if we take care of her, maybe some of it will vibrate back to us. The energies will reset itself and help us, some of us start, I don't know, getting there. Because it just feels like, which one do I pick, I would rather, of course, we would all rather pick them all. And obviously we can't. So push come to shove, I'm going to go with Mother Earth and kind of say, I want to help her first, because I honestly don't know where even to begin to say for human beings. And because it sometimes, I tell you, my husband was Russian Jewish. Um, and I know we both have interracial marriages and things like that. And my husband was one of those people that genuinely believed, you don't meet many people like this, where they saw you as an individual and they didn't see your race until you made him aware of it.
Hmm.
That's just what he was like. So I think he will turn over in his grave right now, or must be turning over in his grave, watching, almost like if we're taking step backs in time. So I don't know. I'm going to stick with that. What about you?
Well, it is a very difficult choice to make looking at this list because the environment is, without the environment, without fixing the earth, we're screwed anyway.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're screwed. Um, the thing with that, though, is I was thinking about that, this year, I should say, I don't know if it broke a record for the amount of hurricanes and fire,
Yep.
all of the things that were going on. So then my question is, though, if we were to focus on trying to maintain, a good environment, good weather, things like that, are we then interfering with what our mother sister Earth needs to do for herself? Because she has to constantly change and do,
Yeah. Yeah.
those hurricanes are for her benefit. She didn't do it to punish anybody.
No, I
It's
know. I know.
being, and the fires and things a long, long time ago. on Long Island, probably in the 80s or early 90s. We had a huge fire out east. I mean, it was craziness. It was huge. Burned acres and acres and acres of the pine forest. Firefighters were out there for days fighting and battling it out. And everyone was worried and concerned because it jumped the parkway and houses were at risk. People were at risk. And then finally, of course, they managed to get everything under control. Well, it was after the fire got under control that the news reported that pine trees need fire in order to reproduce.
Wow.
So
Okay.
now, when I went out there, when I was visiting one of my friends when I was in New York, these beautiful pine trees are back up and beautiful. So the earth had to burn those
Do what it
trees
has to do.
in order to get more trees to continue going. And so I'm like, well, if we interfere with that, are we interfering with what the earth needs to do for herself? You know, we don't know what the purpose of the hurricanes and, you know, the other things that are going on, but she does. And there's
Yeah.
probably a reason for it, or she has to refresh herself or refresh the land or whatever it is. So then we have to take that into consideration. Are we actually interfering? Now, there are, of course, man-made problems that I think we can address, like global warming. That's something humans did. That's not
Yeah.
something Mother Nature did. So
Yes.
maybe if we
Absolutely.
were to address, you know, what humans have done, cleaning up the oceans because of all of the oil spills throughout the years and the things that have gone on with that, we could focus on that part. But I think as far as like natural disasters, maybe just focusing on making sure that people are warm and clothed and fed and things like that. But I don't want to interfere,
Interfere. No. Yeah. I
you know.
think what I did not finish saying is not that I think that we need to fix what she's doing, because I honestly don't. I think that's what she has to do to survive, and she's always done it, and that's why she's survived and thrived. But I
Right.
think what I meant was in the sense of that maybe us as humans, some of us could survive and not be extinct in that sense. And find it as, because I think we've always found a way to not be necessarily be extinct. We found humans have survived through some of it. And I'm my basic, even if it's me that's gone, I honestly think that I think humans, what I mean is because I think humans are having this tendency of wanting to control her too much,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's the government or whatever it is. Let's create this thing that could control the weather. There are so many movies, the geostorms, Day After Tomorrow, all these things with them trying to find a way to control what really they shouldn't be trying to control. I think it's just a matter of, you know what, goddess, do what you have to do to survive, like you said, with the fire, with the pine forest and different things.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but, and if we're in their way, then we've got to go too. But I would love to say that hopefully we don't become extinct while it's all going on. Thrive and be the people that will kind of take a stock and say, with the environment, we have got to take responsibility for it. Because I think a lot of us have this tendency to, we do it with our lives in every way. We blame everything else. Oh, it's because of this and because of that. No, no. We have got, as human beings, we have got to learn to start taking responsibility for our actions, what we do to it, for it, and the reactions to it. And, deal with it for what it is and for how it comes. We created this.
Right.
Whether it's us individually or as a group, we created this, and it's she has to do. She's not angry, because a lot of people you see on Facebook and stuff is saying, Mother Nature is angry and she's doing. No, I don't think she's angry at all. I think she's just fixing what she has to do, or she's just doing what she has to do to replenish herself, and
Exactly.
it
She
has
has
to be
to.
done. It's just, yeah,
It has to be
you
done.
know,
That's really the bottom line.
yeah. Yeah, and the bottom line is I think she's looking out for at the bigger picture, as we say. We don't see the bigger picture. she's seeing it as the bigger picture to fix what she needs to fix
Mm-hmm.
for whatever remains to survive and thrive and live on.
Right.
Whether it is or not, I think that's what she has to do. So my prayer and my hope is that we can learn to accept that and just let it be. Work with that. I'm all for her.
I agree. I will say this though. I think one of the things, and I don't know if this is necessarily a witchy thing to do. One thing I would like to see is them to put protocols in place for natural disasters. Puerto Rico should not still be without electricity. There should be, if you live in a space that is prone to having hurricanes or tornadoes or blizzards or whatever it is, there's no excuse to not be prepared, as far as I'm concerned. You already know that this is a risk.
Yeah.
You should have protocols in place. You should have shelters in place. You should have everything prepared for evacuation, ways for people to get out, things like that. But that's more of trying to get, the politicians to do that. But we could put a work into that to get them to do that. But I would have to go with you ultimately. I would have to agree with you in that we need to, at least we can work on those aspects of the environment that we as humans have caused. Cleaning up the oceans, trying to patch up the universe, the sky, so we don't have all this global warming. I think that because without the earth, it doesn't matter racism, politics, violence, we have nothing.
Doesn't really matter. Yeah. The white race, the black race, the whatever race, doesn't really matter, because when
that doesn't matter.
The goddess plays around, she does not care. She's like, I don't care. You're human, period. You're in the way or whatever it is I'm fixing. She really doesn't care. So none of that is irrelevant or relevant, as a matter of fact. And part of the thing too is that I've noticed on the simplest of scale, watch it all the time, I am sure. I am sitting right there. Where was I? The Trader Joe's earlier today, getting my wine. And I'm sitting on the side waiting for my ride to come home, of course. And I saw this woman sit near me, and she took things out of her purse. She threw it on the floor in front of her. And I looked at her. I looked down. I said, I think you dropped something. She was like, oh, no, that's garbage. I don't need that anymore. I said, excuse me? I really did not realize that the floor was the garbage can. This was a grown older woman, and she's looking at me. I said, I swore that there were garbage cans around. Sorry, you need to pick that up. He picked it up, and the look on her face was like, if I could kill you, I will kill you for making me do this. You literally just took it out of your bag and threw it on the floor in front of me.
That's awful.
The simplest things that I see in New York, I'm sure it happens everywhere, where they just drop things and it's just like, I don't want it anymore. And that's where the garbage can is somehow. They don't even think for a second that the garbage can nearby, and just put it in, or keep it in your bag till you get home, till you can throw it properly in the garbage. Things like that. Simple little things. We're not asking for much. If we all did that, imagine little things that bug the hell out of me.
I agree with you 100%. All right, let's see. Got to start. Take a look in the chat room and see what we got going on.
Okay, all right.
In there. See if anyone's left us anything yet. I think I saw a few comments.
Reflecting what we... Oh, okay. I think some people are saying... okay, let me see. Let me pull that up so that I can... Okay. I'm hoping I don't miss anyone, so I'm going to do the best I can. Forward so that I can get back to the screen. Hold on one second. It's not copying for some reason. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now I'm heading back and I'm going to put it here. Okay, so a couple of comments came in from old school, no school, Nate from the lovely, amazing Nate, old school is no school or something like that. I'm so messing it up, Nate. I'm so sorry, hon. Um, what he basically said was, hold on, let me get to it. And pasting it here so that I can read it without having to go back to the screen. Part than I am. Okay, no school like old school says. My superpowers in order of importance to love myself as easily as I love others. That's great. Being able to keep my mouth shut at the right time. That's a hard one. That's a hard one, Nate.
I need that power, Nate.
I think we all need that. No. Knowing who's flirting with me instead of being clueless. Uh-oh, you missed that one, huh, Nate? Okay. I think we all kind of do that, Nate. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Then Jakey and Monica said hi and stuff like that. And then Maria says, Mother Nature is reflecting what we are sending out. At this time, many are lost, confused, and anger. We have lost our connection to nature and ourselves. Wow. So that's really interesting what she's saying with that. And it's a lot of what you guys are saying are very profound. It's funny, but at the same time profound. Right. Like what Nate was saying. Honey, I'm sorry. There's a lot of us with that one, with the clueless part, because yeah, we would be many a time.
Who was that remark directly? Okay, so I'm a little clueless. Sorry. It's just, if your mind is in a certain space, what can I say?
Yeah. We all do it, like the person next to us going, I think that man was coming on to you, flirting with you, and you're like, huh? Really? I didn't even see him. Totally clueless. So Nate, if they're doing it to you, hon, I understand entirely.
Cheers to you, Nate. Okay. Very much.
Yep, to Nate, Maria, Jakey, Monica, all of you guys. Cheers.
Good to see you, everyone. Let's give you a cheers. And hey, let's do a happy belated Happy New Year toast. Yay.
Oh, right, yes. Happy everyone, and I hope all your wishes for this new year, all the things that you want, new year. Please make sure to start doing them. If some of them means you have to instigate it, then do that.
Absolutely. Do what you need to do for that. All right. So now let's see. Oh, look, Jay Key said something here too. It's gotten so
tense. Everybody's saying
everyone's raising their glasses.
Yeah. Drink, girls and guys.
So Jay Key says it's gotten so tense. When I did laundry earlier today, 2 women were fighting over the dryers. And of course, racism.
Oh my God.
A part of the fight.
It's always there.
She brings up a good point, because I'm noticing people are arguing more. Like in my apartment complex, I can hear couples like really fighting, not just squabbling. I mean, like throwing down, fighting, and I'm hearing a lot more sirens. Something is going on here. And out of Monica, who's saying, astrologer comment, Uranus goes into Taurus, May 2018. Actually, from one of the websites I look like, we are already in the pre-shadow of the Uranus and Taurus. Things are already starting to develop, even though it doesn't go hard until May. The pre-shadow has begun. So everyone has to get ready for that. And we've got Happy New Year cheers and things like that. And yes, J.K., the last time Uranus was in Taurus was the Great Depression. So that's also a sign for everybody. I'm actually glad you brought that up, so we can tell everyone right now that now is the time to cut expenses. And also because we also have Saturn going into Capricorn, which can be a belt tightener, although it's my experience that if you work with Saturn, he will boost you up and not take anything away from you. But if you fight him, he will restrict. But it can be a harsh time between the pre-shadow of Uranus and Taurus and when it goes hard, and Saturn and Capricorn. So if you don't have to use credit cards, don't. If you can pay off your debts, do.
Yeah.
Cut down as much of your expenses as possible. All right. So
Yes.
now that we've talked about the environment, because I think we're in agreement about the environment, because without the earth, nothing else is,
Yeah.
there's no point. We won't have a place to live anyway. We're all dead. So we're going to get off the gloomy topic, and now let's have some fun talking about what power, if you could have powers. Now we're going to do if you could have 3 powers, and then we're going to make it even harder for you. And if you could have only
One out of those, yeah.
one of them, which would they be? So we're going to bring up our list here.
Okay.
Go to my list. Give me a second here.
Big part of the list, right? With the type example and also.
Yeah, this is a huge list, just so that everybody knows. Yeah, just give me 1 second here. I had it and I switched the page, so let me just find it. Okay, here, I found it. All right, so let me just scroll up and scroll back down again. Okay, so on our first thing, we're going to go move through these, so everybody pay attention to decide what's going to be your list, because we're going to say each one once, because this list, when I tell you this list is like 20 pages long, I'm not kidding. So here we go.
We're not doing this all.
We're going to do the best we can. Energy sourcing is the ability to draw power from large or small but abundant sources of energy, such as turning kinetic energy into physical blasts or converting solar energy into other forms, sometimes based on proximity to source and sometimes stored for future use. So one of the abilities being offered to you this evening is the energy sourcing, which is the ability to draw power from large or small but abundant sources of energy. I personally would love to have that because, I work with my hands, my toes, my feet. I'm always hustling like 24/7. And I would love to be able, if I could have more energy and cut out like the very little bit of sleep that I happen to get right now and could just work. I could get so much done. It just sounds like such a great thing to have. So I'm going to mark down myself, because I'm not going to be scrolling up to my list. I'm going to write down the ones that I find appealing. And I will try to narrow it down. I definitely find energy sourcing appealing.
Very good. Very good.
What do you
remember that movie, I Am Number 4? And number 4 himself was an energy source and did not know it. Mm-hmm. So when the other number, I forgot, number 6 or whatever her name is, she says to him, "Juice me up." And he's looking at her like, "What do you mean?" She goes, "You got the energy, juice me up." And he juiced her up. And I'm thinking, I love that. I would love to have someone juice me up.
Yeah, I need a
we need it.
Where can I get one of these juicers?
I know. I'm like, and he just went zap, and I was just like, yes, give me some of that, When I saw that movie, I was like, okay. So yes, that's not a bad one. I'm gonna start writing down myself. Where's my pen? So there's that. The next one is, and we all know that it comes into a lot of movies, martial arts movies and stuff like that. And she is the many characters, actually I should say, many characters who train in martial arts gain superhuman capabilities by learning to harness chi or some form of life energy. So here we go again with that energy source.
Yeah.
This type of method generally provides extraordinary strength, speed, reflexes, also often used for superhuman awareness, energy blast, elemental powers, and sometimes invulnerability. Now, chi is actually, because I took martial arts for a long time when I was younger, that whole energy source that Goddess Rhonda was speaking about before, that is basically inside of you, that energy chi. Yes, it makes you, when you're doing certain martial arts, or certain, if you can take it and hone it for martial arts, you can take it and hone it for any other ability. If you can learn that one, I'm going to go for that one, because that one, I remember it meant a lot to me in martial arts. I was very small, 5'1", and here I was kicking ass and taking names of bigger people based on the fact that she. So I would love to go back to that, and do some of that. I think that also is something that we, and bear in mind, okay, with a lot of this, um, it's something, I know Goddess Rhonda told you earlier, it's something that she believes that we can all learn.
Absolutely.
But I'll go even a step further. I think it's something that we've all had in our past lifetimes. If we've been here many a times, we've had all different superpowers that we've had in different times. Now it's up to us to either bring it forward or enhance it or whatever it is that we need. It's there. It's in us. It's in that DNA. It's in that past. Whatever it is, bring it forward. So let's move on. Okay, what's the next one, girl?
All right. So next up we have on the list is telekinesis, which is the ability to manipulate and control objects with the mind, often in ways not visible to the naked eye. I would like to have that, but I'm because I have to do so much, I'm going with the energy. I'm debating between energy sourcing and chi. I like chi because it comes from me. I don't have to tap into another source. So I think, I don't know, I'll battle that out in my head. I do like the idea of telekinesis. I do, but since we have to narrow this down to 3 and then 1, I'm only writing the ones that really appeal to me, and extra energy really appeals to me. So I'm going to say, whoever wants telekinesis, rock on. But so far, I'm sticking with energy sourcing, and I can't decide between energy sourcing and chi.
Okay. So, and actually, you got me going back and forth between those two. I would kind of like to have both of those, but I don't know if we can. Reason is because as much as it's in you, it'd be nice every now and then if you've used up all of what you've got inside of you to grab onto something else.
Right.
But okay. So the next one that we have is power augmentation. And this one's interesting because it's the ability to enhance or weaken the powers of others.
Now, I like that one too.
Come on. That is like, come on. You'd like to go, okay, I'll get you. It's just like, I'll take that back from you. Okay, I'm done. That's like my very playful, my little conniving, playful side that would love to go and take that control of whatever it is. But okay,
that is an excellent power to have. I like that. I think
okay. You almost made me spit up because you went like.
I'm writing that one down. No, wait, because all right. So power augmentation, the one underneath it. Now I've got to try and figure out.
Okay. Go with that one too. Go ahead, girl. Say that one.
Is power bestowal, which is the ability to bestow powers or jumpstart latent power.
That's the one I think number 4 had, because number 4 has a lot inside of him and he could jumpstart the others that needed it, and collectively they can kick ass. I like that one.
But does it? Well, it says bestowal, because my question was going to be, would that give us the ability to jumpstart our own latent powers? But it says bestowal, so I'm saying that's to give. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of like. Okay, we're thinking selfishly. I'm sorry, people, but we gotta think selfishly.
Hey, you know what? Listen, it is our duty as warriors and
I love it.
And stewards of the earth. We have to put ourselves first. We have to be strong,
absolutely.
vital to do our mission. So,
yes.
Right now it has to be, we've got to decide on these powers. We have to
to
roll with that. I'm going to go with then, I think power augmentation, because if you've got an enemy and you can take their power and use it against them.
I know. That one's really tempting.
I'm going with that. So I'm writing that down. What's the next one, guys?
And then we have of mimicry or absorption. Ability to copy or absorb another's power. Oh my God, I like that one. I like that one. Oh my God,
Okay, I'm writing it down.
I like that one.
I'm writing that down. Power,
As I'm
mimicry,
reading
and
it, I'm like,
absorption.
oh my goodness, that's mine. I love that one. Oh yeah. Ability to copy or absorb another one's powers. Okay, that one's even more kick-ass than the ability to bestow or to weaken, because if I can take it all away from you, it's all mine.
Yeah. Oh my God, that evil laugh that you just
I
did.
know, right? I can just see me going, ha ha.
I
This is
like
awesome.
that one.
I feel like a little kid in a play shop.
I like that one. I
Yeah,
like
I
the
like
other
that
one
one.
too. I
Power
like this
mimicry.
one, the
Okay,
power
forget
negation.
power augmentation. I am at the power mimicry or absorption. I love that one.
I like that one.
Mimicry. Yep,
All right,
that
so
one became my number one list on my list.
I crushed the
Okay.
power augmentation of going with power mimicry and absorption.
Yep,
And then
that'll do for me.
next one up we
All
have
right.
is power negation, the ability to cancel the superpowers of others.
All right.
I still like power mimicry better than that.
Me too. Me too. I'm like, okay, you see, I did not get all excited as much as I did with that power mimicry. That one kind of raised my level.
I like that one. What's our
Okay.
next one?
Okay. Power sensing, ability to sense or recognize superhuman powers. That
I
one's
like
good
it.
too. I'm still at mimicry right now.
Yeah, I'm still at
Okay.
mimicry. I'm still at mimicry. I'm still at
Okay. What's the
mimicry.
next one?
All right, next is personal physical powers. This one is a little creepy. One is called it's called acid generation. The ability to generate acid can be manifested through touch or a spray. Like I guess like an alien. Remember they had that acid for
Yeah.
that's
I don't
not
want that
very
one.
appealing to me.
That's not me.
That's not
But
that's
you know,
not
but you know, that's not me. But it doesn't mean that it's not someone
oh
else. So
yeah,
do what you
no.
got to do, right? Okay, guys.
You guys
Next one
want
is
what you want.
the next one is animal mimicry, ability to take on the abilities of certain animals. I could be a tiger, a lion. I'm never going to be a snake. I'm going to be anything else but a snake.
I
Yeah, I'm
do.
still with my mimicry. I'm still with my
Yeah,
mimicry so far.
so far, yeah. I mean, I love the idea of being able to, like, if I could, I would have the eyesight of cats. You know, as you get older, your eyesight starts to take a plunge. I would love to have the eyesight of
The
cats
ability to defend
or
myself,
the balance of,
shape shift into whatever animal and pass.
but I'm still with power mimicry and absorption. Sorry,
Yep,
that's
me too.
now,
What's the next one?
Jakey, before you go on to the next one, Jakey brought up a point because we're going on and on about,
Okay,
the
Jakey.
mimicry.
She's gonna take it away from us, isn't she? What's she saying?
Yeah, she's definitely throwing
Oh
water
my
on our
God.
fire.
Jakey, you're throwing a wrench in it. What is it?
She's got the problem with mimicry is losing yourself in it. I think empaths can turn and become that way. I agree with that, but I don't think that,
Yeah,
I wouldn't lose myself in it. I don't think
yeah,
I would like to believe that I am spiritually mature enough and wise enough and skilled enough to know better. Maybe if I back in my 20s when I was young and thought I knew
yeah,
everything, I might have gotten lost in that. But
yeah.
I think my
Also,
paranoia has grown to the point that's
also,
not going to happen.
you gotta kick into the factor is honestly, if she tries to go there and lose herself, I'm gonna kick her ass back to get back to normal.
Yes, yes,
She'll
you
kick my ass back and I'll kick her ass back. We will monitor each other. Okay.
guarantee that Goddess Guard would come and kick my ass if I started showing
Yep.
signs of that. She would.
Yep. We will. Yeah, and she will do mine. So there, we're watching. Okay. So the next one is what's that? I said you said which one?
I
Because
did.
it looks like biological manipulation. Which one did you do?
No, we're up to biological manipulation. That one's yours.
So that's you then. Oh, because I did animal mimicry.
Did that? Okay, so biological manipulation, the ability to control all aspects of a living creature's biological makeup. This includes, but is not limited to, genetic alterations, physical distortion or augmentation, healing disease,
Ooh.
and biological functions.
Functions. Sounds like shape-shifting a bit to me,
Yeah,
right? Because you can kind of manipulate into shape. Yeah, I'm still with the mimicry so far.
yeah, I'm still with the mimicry. Sorry, JK.
Okay. Body part substitution.
Substitution.
From here, it looks like substitution. I'm like looking at it. Good. Ability to replace one's limbs or other body parts with those of another. You can regrow your body parts. Okay. All
All
right.
right, now that might be something that I
I'm still with my mimicry so far.
ability
Okay.
to replace one's limb.
Girl, you go next.
All right, bone manipulation.
That one.
The ability to manipulate the bones in one's own body. This includes, but is not limited to, generation of
That would help my lupus. That would help my lupus, right?
yes, projecting bones out from the skin or rearranging one's own bones. I kind of like that idea, but I'm still with the mimicry. That's not.
Yep. Nothing's jumping out so far more than that right now. Okay. Is duplication, and this one is physical duplication. So the ability to create physical duplicates of oneself.
Now that would help me to get a lot of work done.
Yes, it would.
I could say one of me to go do this, one of me to go do that. That would be freaking awesome. I might have to write
You're
that
doing
one.
the next one.
All right, the other one is temporal duplication, which is the ability to bring past and future versions of oneself back to the present. I don't know. I have to think about that.
I mean, I guess you could kind of go back, and if you did something screwed up this time, you could go back and change it. But then I always believe that if you keep changing stuff, there's another end result somewhere.
Exactly.
So it's kind of screwing up anyways. So I don't want to get involved with what they call, I forgot what they call it.
I don't want to mess with the past. You don't want to mess with that.
I don't want to do that. The only thing I would go back and say, girl, grow up. Don't do that. Don't touch that one or whatever it is.
Or do not go back to myself and say,
do not be friends and do not be friends with that person.
Right.
Because, ooh, take my word for it. That kind of a thing, you know? Okay, the next one is echolocation. That's interesting. The ability to determine location of objects in the environment by use of reflected sound waves, whether generated by the character or ambient sound, also known as sonar or radar sense. Sonar or radar sense.
Ability to determine
too much
objects. Yeah, that's
I don't like that one.
It's not turning me on.
Okay.
All right.
One for you.
Fire breathing, the ability to generate gases from the body and exhale fire from the mouth. Oh, that would certainly scare your enemies.
The problem with that one, that's the one that's kind of, remember Fire Starter with Drew Barrymore?
Oh, man.
That one's hard to control. It's a lot harder to control than people think. And you can't have sex much because it's fire out of control. Okay, so I can't remember all of that.
That's gonna cancel it right there. If you can't like have sex, come on.
Okay.
I'm willing to sacrifices, but let's not take it too far.
Okay. All right. What's the next one, girl?
Next one is the healing factor. The ability to heal rapidly and with greater finality from any injury. The rate of recovery varies from character to character, can sometimes result in the slowing of aging, regenerating the entire human limbs and organs without hindrance from the half-lick limit. I don't know what that is exactly. By completely removing it, and immunity to illnesses and other defects. We are writing that down.
I know. I just wrote it down. I'm like, my loop is gone. Oh my God, I can be back to myself. I can
no, like,
bundle.
I want that one. I want the
I can go
healing
back to
factor.
martial arts and kick ass and take names. Okay. All right. So I like that one too. Okay. And then, okay, there's invisibility, the
Oh, wow.
ability to render the user to the naked eye or other forms of perception. That's a good one, but it's not for me.
That's a good one. Let me tell you, I'll tell you a very brief, funny story about that. This is going back years and years and years ago when I was selling my bracelets at the Blue Eagle, and I had said I had put on a different bracelet, and I charmed it so that it, or at least I thought I knew what I was doing. Let me go back. I thought I knew what I was doing, and attempted to charm the bracelet to make me invisible to negative people, because it was, it was like the Christmas holidays and it was just crazy in there, and there were people who had attitude problems. And I said, I'm going to make myself invisible to all the negative people. Do you know, when I went to the store to sell my bracelets that day, it was like I was nobody, not that even the good people saw. I mean, they walked right past me like I didn't even exist. And I'm like, excuse me, would you like to buy a bracelet? Like, no. And they walked away. I'm like, dang, well, I made the bracelet the wrong way. So,
That's what you got, girl.
hey, whatever. I tried. It was a total.
Yeah. See, that's the problem. I have a feeling that with a lot of the invisible ones, it like what I used to do was this spell for invisibility with my car. So no tickets and no towing.
I almost spit out my tea.
I was just like, you cannot find my car. And I used to have this, you remember, Spawn, the giant Spawn. I put him in the window, and I'm like, oh, you guys cannot find this car. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. I'm still gonna go with what the ones.
Mimicry, right? So far, mimicry is mimicry and healing factor.
Those are
Mimicry and healing factor. Those are my two. I'm gonna have a hard time with that. Okay, what's the next one? That's you, hon.
Okay, so next we did the healing factor. We did invisibility less. Okay, invulnerability. The ability to be immune to one or more forms of physical, mental, and spiritual damage and influence.
That's interesting one.
I'm gonna write it
Invincible,
down
basically.
as
Basically.
possible one for my list because I kind of like it. I still like the mimicry.
It's good to know that no one can, See, I think if the healing factor, I'm already invulnerable.
Oh, you know what? You're right, because so I'm not going to write that down because we wrote down the healing factor, which would take care of it anyway.
Yeah. So if I'm gonna, whatever happens to me, okay, hit me. The only thing is I'll feel the pain for the time, but then it'll heal myself. So,
right. And then I'm coming at your ass like a dark horse. But in the meantime, we're gonna work on.
Yep. Okay. So then we've got kinetic, the ability to absorb forms of kinetic energy into oneself and utilize it in some way, such as by converting it into physical strength or using it to power energy blasts.
That's kind of under the chi.
That's interesting, but it's not mine. Not mine. I'm still with my two that I like.
All right. Superhuman longevity, the ability to live longer than a normal human. That's not.
Long. I mean, I want to, but I don't want to outlive my sons or my granddaughter.
Right.
I want to outlive them, and then I would prefer that they outlive me.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't want to have all the people I love and care about. No. So it's quite okay.
All right.
What's the next?
Stop for a second and let's take a look, because I see that people
with the chat room, right?
Writing things. Monica believes that an acid spray is icky. I'm right on with that one. Nate says accountability is a true sign of a true magical friend. Like, as Goddess Judy says, like Kim Kardashian's butt. So, like, Aisha says, I like mimicry and chi. And red bouquet.
Oh, I like what Monica said. Monica's funny.
And then we've got
Note, I will just take all your energy, max of all energy, understand healing, and have unlimited energy to create the results. Monica rocks.
You go, girl.
Oh my God.
I think I just lost my thing here. Okay, wait. J Key.
Okay, you are
the butter. We've got the butterfly effect from. I
remember
Monica.
that.
Absolutely. Then we've got Judy. Mimicry is the one because others can have one of the other powers in the list, and so as long as you can mimic, you can capture all of the superpowers they are listing. You know what I like about you, Goddess Judy, is you have the ability to just put it all out there for us and say, you know what, forget all the rest of the list. If you've got this, then you've already got everything. So why are we discussing all this? I personally know Goddess Judy, and she's got a mind. I wish I could analyze the way she does, because she can just like cut to the chase and say, okay, here is what we're going to cut all the other stuff out and we're going to do this. And so I'm right with you on that, Goddess Judy. I agree with you, and I will certainly take what you just said under advisement while I'm writing these other ones down.
Yeah. Okay.
All right,
what's the next one?
We did longevity.
I think you did longevity, right? So I'll do matter ingestion. Matter ingestion. Right. Ability to consume any sort of matter without any ill effects on the user.
I don't want to eat rocks, so no.
I don't want to eat rocks, kick rocks, or anything rocks. Yeah, it's okay.
That's not turning me on. Okay, merge.
Okay, what's the next one? Merging. Go ahead, girl.
The ability to temporarily merge two or more beings into a single being, which results in a completely new and stronger being.
Sounds a bit like when when they morph the from what you call it, the Power Rangers morph into the bigger whatever it is. I still like my mimicry and my healing factor.
Yeah, I'm still with that too. All right, what's next?
Okay, pheromone manipulation. Ability to generate and control pheromones, which may have various effects.
I would have to know what the various effects are before I can answer that. So,
I don't know. Go for what it means. Pheromones based on scent of making people sexually come at you and things like that. I think we times without even realizing it, so I don't need it further enhanced. Okay. I don't want that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think
go for what it is.
But, as far as being the only ones, no. All right, poison generation. Right.
So the next one
is poison generation, which is the ability to assault others with one or more varieties of toxins with widely disparate effects. I don't think I want to do poison generation.
Me either.
Right. What's next?
Nope. Okay, the next one is. Okay, I gotta hyphenate. Get that word bigger because I cannot see it for bees. Okay, bigger. Prehensile, is that what it is?
Prehensile?
I thought it was a bee. Okay, prehensile animated hair. Huh? Okay, ability to do animate and lengthen one's hair. Okay, no. That's useless to me.
Sorry, that's not a survival skill. That's why they make.
I can go. I can go to the hairdresser and do that.
Exactly.
Okay. I think. Go ahead.
Reactive adaptation evolution. The ability to develop a resistance or immunity to whatever they were injured by or exposed to. This can be a permanent or temporary. Well, I think if we have the healing thing, that would take care of any.
Yeah, I don't need that one.
Okay, go ahead. What's next?
I hope I see there's one that I know of, and I hope it's there when we come to it. This one is self, I believe, or explosion and reformation. Okay. Ability to explode one's body mass and return. No, I don't want on reform. I don't want that one.
Yeah, that's just gross. Sorry. It's just this.
Okay, go ahead, girl.
Sonic scream, the ability to generate vocal sounds of a higher amplitude than a normal human. That would be like
Yeah,
using your voice as a weapon. I still
yeah,
like the three.
yeah, yeah.
I'm still,
Remember that movie? Remember that movie again? The shadow people, the silencers.
yeah,
He used to do that. He used to that scream,
right,
all like lose their ability or whatever it is, and it helped him temporarily, but it also drained him.
yeah.
After he did it, he was just like bang, you know. So no, I don't want that one. The next one is vortex breath, the ability to inhale and exhale with superhumanly powerful strength. This can range from exhalation or gale force winds to inhalation on par with the power of a gravitational vortex. In some cases, freezing temperatures can also be achieved. I don't want
I don't
that
like
one.
being cold, so no.
Okay.
Superhuman durability and endurance, the ability to have a higher resistance to one or more forms of damage before being injured, as well as the ability to exert oneself in an activity indefinitely without becoming tired or survive for long periods of time without consumption of water. Hmm. I
Yep,
am
I'm
always
still going with
exerting
the ones I
myself.
chose.
I kind of like that one. If I could keep working with tired.
Yeah, I'm good with the two I so far have. Okay. The next one is superhuman agility and reflexes. The ability to react faster than its normal greater flexibility and with higher, farther jumping capacity. Yeah, okay, I'm still going on.
Yeah, I'm still with my stuff here. Okay. Superhuman senses. The ability to see, smell, taste, feel, or hear more than a normal human. I think that's a good skill to have, but I'm still going with my mimicry and absorption. I'm still there.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
What do
and
we
then
got?
there is superhuman strength, the ability to have a level of strength much higher than normal possible given their proportion. With my old ones.
Well, I think that's great. And for all those that, keep in mind, just because we're not choosing it doesn't mean that,
Yep.
it's not going to serve you. I'm still, though, with my power mimicry and the energies
And the healing factor.
and the healing factor. So, all right. So we did
Yep.
some
I got my
people.
three.
Vision-based powers, the abilities that are based on one's eyes or ability to see, like night vision or the ability to see clearly in total dark. Like I said, I would love to have cat's eyes. But
Night
if I have
vision. Yeah.
my power mimicry and absorption, I'll just find someone who has cat's eyes and take it from them if I need it. Because that's what you can do.
Oh my goddess.
Sorry.
Okay. So you've got the night vision, and then I've got maybe the X-ray vision, ability to see through solid matter.
I
That's
would like
okay.
to
I'm
be
good with that.
through things, but
Too many things that I don't want to see. Thank you very
yeah,
much.
that's probably true. And then we've got heat
Okay.
vision.
What's the next
Heat vision, the ability to burn objects and other individuals with one's gaze. I kind of
one?
like that. No, that's one heck of a skill and quite a defense system. I would like to
Yeah.
have that,
Yeah,
but
I'm
I'm
okay with that.
still sticking with my three that I have.
Okay. The next one is telescopic vision, the ability to magnify and extend one's vision to various levels. Yeah. I'm
I
still with
like
the ones I
it,
chose
but
originally.
I'm still with my stuff.
But
Then with freeze vision, the ability to freeze objects and other individuals with one's gaze. Mm, I would like to. Who did that on Charmed? Who could freeze people? Was
what's
it
her name? Not Prue. Her
Piper?
name. Yeah, it was Piper. Yeah, she did that.
Yeah,
That was
that
okay.
actually came in handy quite a bit to freeze people. I would love to have that,
Mm,
but since I'm only allowed three right now, I'm going to
yeah,
continue.
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
sticking with that.
then we have wall crawling. Oh, excuse me. Then we have wall crawling. ability to adhere to solid surfaces, including walls and ceilings, hence Spider-Man. Okay. Yeah, I have that one. I don't want to be the
I
web
like
crawler.
wall
I think there's one enough. There's enough of those.
All right, our next one is water breathing. Ability to respirate through water in lieu of gaseous medium, not to be confused with the ability to go without breathing or to be able to breathe an alternative air supply. I would like to be able to breathe in water. But since I'm only allowed 3, I'm still going to keep what I have.
Okay. And now we're moving on to the mentality-based abilities. And this one is the ecological empathy, which is the ability to sense the overall well-being and conditions of one's immediate environment and a natural setting stemming from a psychic sensitivity to. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah, I'm okay with, I would like to be able to do that. Like, I would like to be able to do most of these things, but don't forget, you're only allowed 3, and then we're going to narrow it down to 1. So be careful with your choices that you make. All right, our next one is innate capability, the ability to know or understand something without the need of studying or previous experience. I like that. I kind of like that. I'm sorry, I have to write
I'm
that
okay.
one down because you know I like to learn everything. So I'm writing it.
That's a
Innate
good one.
capability.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. The next one is omni. Oh, what is that? I cannot read it. It's too tiny.
Omnilinguism.
So it must be something multi-language.
Yes.
Ability to understand any form of language, a natural polyglot. That this can be accomplished in various ways. Okay, sometimes I wish I can understand any and every language right away. I
You know,
do wish that.
that's a good one because you would always be able to communicate no matter what.
Yeah, yeah. And then I love it when, like when my son was younger and he used to speak Mandarin, and because he's black, and when we walked into places and they were all speaking, he'd be like, I'm like, my son understands you. I used to love it because they're not expecting it,
Right.
It
Boy,
was
I've
awesome.
got to narrow down. My list is getting too big. All right, we'll worry
Yeah.
about that later.
Okay, I like that omnilinguism. Okay.
Did you write it down? I'm going to write
From
it down.
beneath that one, Donna.
No matter. I'm going to go ahead and write that one down, even though my list is getting out of control now. All right, linguism, because I like it. All right, next is
That's you.
omniscience. Oh my God. Okay, got a star. Are you ready for this one? Omniscience.
There
The
we go.
ability
See
to
what I
know
mean?
anything and everything. That is so right up my alley. Okay, I have to write it down.
Okay, that one's one of mine. Omniscience.
That goes down.
And you know what's funny? We're kind of along that way. We're just not as fast at it, but we're kind of along that way. The Jill and Jack of all trades kind of a thing with the knowledge.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Next one is superhuman mentality. The ability to have intelligence quotient far above that of a genius level. This ability can be that its user can gain psychic abilities, psychokinesis, telepathy, etc., and resist both mind control and other
Psionic
attacks.
Huh.
I'm okay.
You good?
Yeah.
I agree with you. I think our other things handle it. So I would love to have it. I think the other things will handle it. All right. Superhuman tracking. The ability to track an individual or object through supernatural means, sometimes referred to as pathfinding. Now, that would be good for parents with teenage children or their children in general. Like, where the hell are you? And you won't even have to ask. You'll know where they are, so you can go kick their butts if they're doing what they're not supposed to be doing.
Anybody's ass. doing what they're not supposed to be doing. There you go.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that one, but I'm still sticking with the things that I have for now.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, what do we
Okay.
got next?
The ESP section. Astral projection, also known as astral travel. This is the ability to separate and control one's astral body.
Hmm.
That Prue did.
Yes, she did that one, but I'm still happy with the stuff that
Yep.
I have because I already have.
Okay.
All right, so that was the astral projection. The other one is cross-dimensional awareness, the ability to detect actions and events in other dimensions. This occasionally is used in comics as an awareness of the fourth wall between the characters and the artist and the audience. I don't think that's an important survival skill. So,
Goddess, can you hear me?
sure, I can hear you great.
You can hear me, right, Goddess?
Can you hear me? Is everything okay?
I froze for a minute there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you great.
Okay, then why is it freezing? Okay, as long as you can hear me, then it's all good.
Yes, I can hear you, sweetie.
See me. Okay, good. That's all that matters. Okay. So,
All right, let's see. Where were we?
okay.
The cross-dimensional awareness. That's a great skill I think to have, but it's just not, I'm happy with the things that I have. So what do we got next? Got a star? Are you still with me? Did you already
I'm here.
read that? The next
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. It's freezing in and out. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I think it's okay. So what was the next one?
It was empathy.
Oh boy. Well, I've already got that one, so.
Oh dear goddess, I hope you can hear
I
me.
can hear you. You're doing fine.
Okay, then why my computer is doing a little bit of an anal thing back over here? Okay, all right. As long as you guys heard me, and it was the ability to what was I? To sense the emotions or control the emotions or feelings of others. Did you hear that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so okay, good.
All
I
right.
don't know
Our
what it's
next
doing.
thing is spiritual mediumship, the ability to see and communicate with the dead. I don't think that's a survival thing. If we only have 3 skills, I don't know that that's one that I need. So
Yeah, I don't need
I'll
that
go ahead
one.
and pass.
Yeah, I
What's
don't need that
next?
one. Okay, the next one is spiritual mediumship, the ability to see and communicate with the dead.
No, I just read that one. You're the one under
Oh,
it.
you did? Oh, okay. So, okay, hold on. Is acting stupid right now. Okay, precognition, the ability to perceive the future. It may be expressed in vague dreams like asleep, while asleep. Other times it can be clear and can occur at will. It may also be used as a form of danger sense to show the user that they are being from what direction it is coming from. I think that's a good ability to have.
It is a very good ability to have.
See, that
All
I
right.
kind of have already. I think that's a precondition is pretty cool.
Yeah, but don't forget, you're only allowed to have 3. So if you have it now, it doesn't count because it'll go away if you choose 3 other ones.
Yeah. Oh
I'm
boy.
gonna write it down anyway. I have like 7 things, which isn't good, but that's okay. I'll break it down. All right. The next one is psychometry, the ability to relate details about the past or future condition of an object or location, excuse me, usually by being in close contact with it. It's good skill, but I don't think I really need that right now.
Okay. So let's see. The next one is telepathy, which is the ability to read the thoughts of communicate with others. That's not a bad one.
That's not a bad one. I'll write that down.
No. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, now we're going into physical or mental domination. Astral trapping, the ability to cause an astral projection to stay on the astral plane, usually in one specific place. Mm, that's not something I feel the need to write down. What do you think?
Okay, hold on. Here is acting like he does not want to listen to me right now. So hold on one quick second. As long as you guys can see and hear me, I'm good to go. I'm just trying to find where I am because it's okay. Okay, you left again. Are you back? Okay. So let me go to, did we go to the part of animation or physics or reality manipulation? Is that what next?
We're next with was memory manipulation.
Gone too far.
I think you went too far down.
Yeah, it's not letting me control it much. Yeah, it's not moving up. It's not moving up or down. It's acting very stupid right now. Okay, what was the next one? You're gonna have to read it, hon, because I cannot get it to go up.
Okay.
When you get to physics or reality manipulation, I'm gonna leave it there and start with there.
Okay. So then our next one was memory manipulation, which is the ability to erase or enhance the memories of others. That doesn't really sound that sounds good, but
Yeah.
mind control, the ability to alter the perceptions of others, and general ability to control the actions of others with the mind. Now that would be good. That's like in Star Wars where they're like, show your paper and he's like, these are not the droids you're looking for. And then that guy's like, yeah, these aren't the droids we're looking for. That actually could come in handy. So I'm writing down mind control.
I don't like mind control for me.
I like that one because I can get your ass out of a lot of situations. So I'm going to do that one. All right, the next one we've got is possession, ability to take control and inhabit the body of an individual. No, thank you for that one. And which one did you say that you, oh, you said physics or reality manipulation. Okay. Psionic blast, which is the ability to overload another's mind, causing pain, memory loss, lack of consciousness, vegetative state, or death after having created a psionic link to that individual's mind. I don't like that. So
yeah, I don't like that one.
psychic weapons, ability to create a weapon of psychic energy that can harm mentally and not physically. No. All right, so now we're up to physics or reality manipulation.
Reality manipulation.
Right? So why don't you go read the next few of them?
Which is the ability to bring inanimate objects to life. Oh wow! Or to free an individual from petrification. That's interesting. If they're petrified, like maybe Medusa's been petrified anyone, and I could come and reanimate them and make them better, or something like that. That's interesting, but I don't want that one.
Right.
And then we have darkness or shadow manipulation, the ability to create or manipulate dimension of dark energy, as in the Dark Force dimension, Marvel Comics, and the Shadowlands in DC Comics, and manipulating it. No, I don't want that one. And it's not against the, because my thing has gone crazy again. It says we're not responding, and it's just like a white blank sheet.
All right. Then we did darkness or shadow manipulation. Density, the next one was density control, the ability to increase or decrease the natural density of an object or oneself. Now there's something handy. You won't even need it. You'll never need to dye it again. You can just decrease the natural density of yourself. I'm going to write that one down. Density control. I like it. Got a star? Are you still with us? Let me see if we've lost
Yeah,
it.
I'm back. Can you hear me or see me?
Yes, now I
Do
can.
you see me?
I see you.
Yeah, it just said, you know what it said? My computer developed an ability. It says, you've lost the video call because your computer went to sleep. I was just like, really? My computer just decided to go to sleep on
Just
me.
decided to go to sleep. Thanks.
Oh my God. I'm just like, okay, goddess, whatever.
It's
Okay,
so
so
good.
let's see. I know. I'm like, okay, let's go see if my computer. Oh, yes, now it's allowing me because I guess it went to sleep and woke up.
All right, the
Okay,
last one I
so then,
read was density control. So you can read the one under density control.
okay, great. Disintegration, the ability to disintegrate matter through touch, telepathy, or through beams of light, I guess. Okay, I'm not wanting that one.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me. Um, and you want to read that one, or you want me to do the
You can
elemental
just go ahead and
traumatization?
do it because you didn't get
Okay,
to read a bunch of them.
elemental transmutation. I love the name of it.
Let's
Transmutation. I know, right? The ability to alter chemical elements, changing them from to another by rearranging their atomic structure, may be limited to self transmutation, meaning I can transform myself, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that
That
sounds good.
sounds pretty cool. It makes me sound so intellectually intelligent, really.
Well, you are intelligent, darling.
No, but I meant scientifically, intellectually intelligent, as if I knew what to transmit.
All right, we have got a ton of stuff in the chat room, so let's take a quick look here.
Yeah, you do that, girl. Go into that chat room and see what they've all been talking about.
Okay, let's see. All right, so Goddess Judy says, is that bad with Uranus going into Taurus? It can be tight, just cut down on your expenses, get yourself financially shored up. Well, I think we read that one already. Yes, we did. I'm sorry. Let's see. Monica, yes, JK, I think we're okay. So JK had mentioned the last time Uranus was in Taurus was depression, and Monica says, I think we're more aware of it this time. The banking system will change. We will change it. That's good. Goddess Judy, some people want to pick a fight, like they say something alarming to get a reaction. I choose not to take the bait because I see what they are doing. Then I bathe them mentally in pink light. Good for you, Goddess Judy. You're so mature. Then we've got Nate. So sad, but I'm honestly not able to think about chi or energy. Just want to know who's flirting. Oh, wait, we did that one already. Hold on. Jakey, happy early birthday. I'll be 45 in February. Goddess Judy will be 55 on the 21st. Happy birthday,
All right.
Chance. You've reached our age.
Oh my goddess.
All right, let's see. Nate saying thank you. Goddess Judy says, Star, you are a part of her tribe.
Yeah.
Hey. Jakey says, probably. Oh, we did that one. Okay. We did that one. Just scrolling down. Bear with me. Let's see. Judy, Goddess Judy, Rhonda, I just remembered when I bought my pendulum, you helped me that day. None of the pendulums in the case moved but one. And he said, that is the one for you. And it still helps me. I'm so glad. We've got Monica. Nope, the unlimited chi or absorption energy. We're with you with that, Goddess Monica. Jakey wants that one too, and invulnerability. And then Monica says, mimicry, nope, I will just take all of your energy, max of all energy, understand healing, and have unlimited energy to create the result. Well, gee, thanks a lot. And then Goddess Judy, mimicry is the
Sorry.
one because others can have one of the other powers in the list as long as you mimic. That we did read that one already. Let's see. Nate says merging is already a common phenomena for those in the Fae traditions. Now, keep in mind, Nate, that we're only letting you have 3 abilities. So even if you have that ability now, it will be replaced if you choose 3 different ones. So whatever inherent abilities you may have, remember, those are going to be wiped away, and you're going to choose the 3 that you get to either keep or bring on. So you don't get to keep your other abilities and 3 more. And then we're going to narrow it to 1. All righty, let's see. Ooh, Nate says, Monica, I'm thinking of unlimited crab rangoon, which I love, chicken tiki masala, and homemade donuts. I'm right there with you, Nate. Okay, and then we've got Monica, who does not like the bodily function amplifier, spray acid, super screams, extreme bad breath, no ick times infinity. Okay, we can deal with that. Nate feels that folks going through depression were born with superhuman strength. I do agree.
Yes.
And yes, Monica, you can create, if you want to create your own superpowers that you want to come up with, we'd love to hear them, and you can do that. Let's see, Nate, I'm trying to push back on the electronic interference. Oh, I'm sorry. We're trying to stop the feedback. Monica says telepathy is a bad idea. You just hear how tired people are, how much they need to use the bathroom. Or what they want to eat later. You're probably right about that. Let's see. Goddess Judy says, Star, are you on the West Coast? Actually,
I'm
no,
on the
she's
East Coast, I think.
Coast. There are
I'm in New
storefronts.
York City.
Okay, and I think so we got to the end of the list. All right, so now where were we? What was the next one? I have no idea.
Immortality, I believe.
No, I think it's gravity manipulation. Why don't you read that one?
Okay, gravity manipulation. Ability to manipulate or generate gravitation. What?
Gravitons.
Gravitons. Okay, I need to make this bigger. Or other types of gravitational interactions. Doesn't do anything for me.
No.
And I have one that I would love to add at the end. But go ahead.
Okay. Immortality, the ability to live forever. This may be
I want it.
Complete immortality encompassing invulnerability, partial invulnerability to all, but specific events such as decapitation, exposure to specific chemicals, or simply an inability to breathe normally. No, well, I mean, it would be nice. I'm nosy enough that I want to be alive to see everything, but
it sounds like, you know what it reminds you of? I am Duncan MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod, and I'm immortal. Ha ha.
Okay, so we're going to. I'm not going to write down on my list. What's the next one? Hello, are you still there, Goddess? I think we lost you again because your face is frozen, and I have no idea if I'm frozen or you're frozen. Now I can hear you.
Oh my goddess, I keep freezing. What the hell? Maybe what Monica said. Maybe because I don't know. Is there a storm coming and I don't know about it? But okay. So go ahead.
All right. So we did immortality.
Yeah, I don't want immortality.
So the next one. Why don't you read the next one?
Okay. Intangibility or phasing, I believe, right? Yes. Ability to quantum tunnel through solid matter without harm. No, I don't want to do that one.
Nope, skip that one. Light manipulation. The ability to control, generate, or absorb light particles. I don't know what the benefit to that would be, so I'm going to skip it.
Okay. And is that the last one? The magnetism?
Yeah, your next one is magnetism manipulation.
Okay. Magnetism manipulation, the ability to control or generate magnetic fields. Again, no, I don't want to do that one.
Mass manipulation, the ability to increase.
I guess that's like Magneto, right? That's like Magneto.
Yes. Mass manipulation, the ability to increase or decrease mass in an object. No.
Okay, then we've got microwave manipulation. Interesting. The ability to convert ambient electromagnetic energy into microwaves and manipulate it into various effects such as heat, light, and radiation. No, thank you. I'm good.
Say that again, Rhonda. Molecular manipulation. The ability to mentally manipulate the molecules of objects or oneself on a molecular level, no.
Okay. Then we've got probability manipulation, the ability to alter probability, causing unlikely things to happen or likely things not to happen. No, thank you.
Yeah. Radiation manipulation, the ability to generate, manipulate, or have immunity to toxic radiation.
No.
Well, I still have my healing factor, so I don't feel like I
Yeah,
need that.
yeah. I've got one that at the end you guys would like. Okay, go ahead. The next one is reality warping, ability to change or manipulate reality itself. Yeah, I don't like that one.
I don't like that one either. Resurrection, the ability to come back to life after being killed as well, or to bring others back to life. Mm,
I don't want that one. I mean, I guess if it concerns my grandkids or my sons and you find yourself wanting to bring them back, but I don't know if it's right.
yeah, there's moral issues with that. So I don't
Yeah.
know. Since I'm questioning it, I'm not going to write it down.
Yeah. Sound manipulation, the ability to manipulate sound.
Hmm.
No, I'm good.
Time manipulation. Now, this I could use because I am always late for everything. The ability to the flow of time by slowing, accelerating, or reversing or stopping it. I would actually like to have that, but it's not really a survival skill, so I'm not going to write it down. I'm actually still very happy with the energy sourcing and the mimicry and the healing factor. I mean, I wrote some other things down, but those are my top ones. All right, let's see.
Okay.
Where were
The
we?
next
Okay,
ones is on the elemental and environmental powers.
right.
So it's air and wind manipulation, the ability to control, generate, or absorb air or wind. I'm okay. I absorb enough air and wind. It's okay. I'm
Animal.
okay with that.
Okay, well, no, it's like all of these, if I could have a lot of these, I would, but it's so far, I'm still happy with my top ones. So with the exception of maybe adding in telepathy. All right, animal control. The ability to communicate with animals, birds, and even aquatic creatures and get them to perform tasks on command. Now, that might not be such a bad thing to have.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
write that
Animals
down.
cool down. Yeah.
I'm writing that.
You should read some of what they say, Monica and because you
Yeah,
seem to
let's
be able to
read
get
it.
it without having to switch up. I have to switch up sides to get it, whereas you can just do it.
Oh, okay. So let me go back. Okay. Monica's hilarious.
I know. She said a few things. I'm like, oh, she had me laughing.
All right. Oh, I want the ability to create emotions and feelings in others. Enemy, no. They feel love for me. Oh, so she would tell enemies they feel love for her and everyone else. Someone suffering
You
from
got it.
depression, you can help
She
create
rocks.
balance. Apathy, no more. I like it.
Yep, she rocks.
Immortality is secretly a curse. And ultimate refilling ability. The sun dies, refills its life, low on gas, refill the tank. Enemies at the gates refill fill their bladders and low bank balance refill. So yes, this is good. We like that. Immortality can probably also be a curse as well. I agree with you. All right, so now we did animal control. What's next, Goddess Star?
Cold and ice manipulation. The ability to reduce the kinetic energy of atoms and thus reduce temperature can be used to control, generate, or absorb ice. Don't need it. I'm
Yeah.
okay.
Earth and stone manipulation, the ability to control earth, sand, stone, rock, lava, dirt, or other minerals. No, I'm just not interested in that.
Okay. Yeah. Then we've got electric manipulation, ability to control, generate, or absorb electricity and electrical phenomena. I don't need it. Thank you.
Fire and heat manipulation, the ability to control the kinetic energy of atoms to generate control or absorb fire. Now, in a survival situation, that might actually, because we need fire. We'd have to keep warm. You'd have to cook food. That might be something that to be able to create fire, that might be something worthy of having.
Right.
Because you do need that to survive.
I've got one. When we get near the end, I'll tell you guys that will kick ass and take names.
All right, I'm going to put down fire and heat because I think that's important for survival. All right, what's next, Goddess Star?
Okay. You did fire and heat, right? Plant manipulation, ability to create, control, manipulate, or animate plant life. I think Goddess, the Mother Earth does a lot that on her own. I don't need to do that.
Yeah, but what if there was a situation where there was a war and they bombed the earth and now the earth is filled with radiation and can't grow plants?
Yeah, this is true. It's something to think about.
Okay. Next, we've got water and moisture manipulation. The ability to control and generate or absorb water. You know, we do need water to live. Without water, we die.
Yep,
So
99% water, right? The body's 99% water.
So we're gonna go. I kept fire and heat, and I'm gonna put water and moisture because I think for survival that's really important.
Okay.
All right.
The next one is weather manipulation, the ability to control or mentally affect the weather. This includes the ability to generate various natural phenomena like rain, tornadoes, lightning, ocean currents, and etc., or control the intensity of the weather. Nope, I don't want that.
No, I think the Earth has that covered, so we're not going to take over that. All right. Now we're at actual energy manipulation. So now we've got something called concussion beams, which is the ability to generate or transform various forms of energy into a solid or concussive beam of energy. No.
I don't want that one.
Yeah.
Okay, then we've got energy blast, which is the ability to expel various forms of energy from the body. No, I'm okay.
Yeah, no. Energy constructs, ability to create complex shapes, such as giant boxing gloves or cages, or even functional machinery, such as fire extinguishers or laser rifles, out of solid energy. Hmm.
I'm okay.
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Okay, the next one is energy conversion, the ability to absorb one form of energy and convert it into another form of energy. No,
Hmm.
I'm okay.
I'm okay with mine, what I have. Force field generation, the ability to project powerful fields of manipulated energy. Hmm.
No.
No, I think I'll pass.
Okay, then you just did energy conversion or force field generation. Which one?
I just did force field generation.
Okay, then we've got electrical transportation, the ability to travel through electrical conduits, such as power lines or telephone lines, and can enter through devices such as televisions, electrical poles, or computers. I don't want it. Thank you.
All right, let's see. Actually, Monica says that you do need it because it says, actually, you need it most, Goddess Star, because then your computer would never act up again with if you had
She had to go there, didn't she?
Yes, she did. She betcha. Which she does have
Okay.
a point because, our computers really do give us a hard time.
Yeah. Well, we're just gonna talk to them and adapt. Okay.
Now, I don't know. I might could go with this. I'm not going to write it down, but I do like omnipresence, ability to be present anywhere and everywhere simultaneously.
Simultaneously.
Imagine what we could get done if we could do that. That would be
Yeah.
extraordinary, but I'm going to keep what I have still.
Okay. Um, okay, the next one is dimensional travel, the ability to travel between two or more dimensions, realities, realms, etc. I'm okay.
I'm going to keep what I have. Portal the ability to create wormholes, portation disks, or other spatial portals for transport between two non-adjacent locations. No.
Okay. Let's see. We've got, okay, that was the portal creation, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now I've got summoning, the ability to summon beings or objects from for assistance. This may range from invoking simple implements to mighty familiar spirits. I can do that already.
Yeah, but don't forget, you can't keep the abilities that you have. They're going to be replaced with the three that you choose and then the one that you choose. So whatever abilities you have now, you won't have anymore.
I know, but I've got a surprise. I got a surprise of superpower coming at you guys. Okay.
All right, superhuman speed, the ability to move, run, fly, react, think, and sense at speeds much faster than normal humans. Those with this ability also have accelerated brain activity, which allows them to process sensory information so fast that everything seems to be moving in slow motion while the user moves at normal speed.
Nah.
I would like to have that because it would give me the ability to get more stuff done faster, but
I
since I'm
know.
only
All the
around,
ones that you want is so you can get more done and get things done. That's all you've done.
I know, because I
Yeah.
needed it.
I know. So do I. But I still have one better.
Well,
Okay.
what, you know what? We're gonna stop. Tell us what is yours? Because
Okay.
you keep
There's one called, I read that and I put it out there on my page, on Facebook page. There's a book called Adaptation. And
okay.
it's so interesting because, you know, it's a paranormal book, but you've got to read it. It's written by Pepper Pace. And the book is this alien that the whole book is called Adaptation because that's essentially what he does. He is superhuman because his body over time, through whatever it had to go through, adapted to any and everything. Many times we thought he died, and his body just basically said, we will adapt, conform, and come back and do what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
It adapted to any environment, anything that was around it. He didn't freeze. It adapted. It was interesting. It was, and I looked up the definition of adaptation, and
Mm-hmm.
adaptation itself was basically the ability to adapt to any environment and any situation that comes up that the body will have to go through. So the
Right.
healing factor, the chi, the mimicry, the omniscience, precog, all of it is part of the adaptation. And human beings were made to be adaptive. I didn't
Right.
know that. Until I read that book written by that author, and I read the whole thing with it, and then I started reading on the definitions and with it, I did not know human beings had that ability. And I was just like, imagine enhancing on that in every way so you can walk into any situation, any environment, and adapt.
That sounds awesome.
I was just like, it kicks ass, passed through all of that. It adapted. He was able to be, he wasn't telepathic in that sense. He was with his own people, but he was able to read your body so well. It was like telepathy. He was able to adapt to so many things that I'm like, I want that. I want to be able to adapt to anything that my body would survive no matter what. And his body created things that, like how you said, a healing factor.
Right.
If like some wolves attacked him in the book, I'm not going to give the book away too much. If you guys are going to read it, you're going to love it. Some wolves attacked him, and his body adapted, and so did his son.
Wow.
Between him and a human female, they had this son that adapted even more than him. It's amazing. I want to be the son. You read it, you will see what I mean. You want that power. It's the power to adapt to any environment, even go to another planet and adapt right away with your lungs and everything. It was amazing. I was just like, if we truly have that adaptive power, and according to the definition of Webster's dictionary, we generally do. Maybe not all the things of the alien, but human beings are supposed to be adaptive. So it's interesting. What do you think of that one?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, because to me, it kind of takes away a lot of the other ones and combines them, because it's not separating it. It's basically saying, I will do what I have to do to survive.
Right.
My body will adapt and do what it has to do to survive
Right.
in whatever situation.
I definitely like that a lot.
So I like that one. The more I read and the more I kept going, I'm like, adaptation still sounds better.
I do. I like that. I still like
Yeah.
the energy sourcing and
Yeah.
the others, but I really like that because that one covers a whole bunch of stuff.
Which one?
What you said, the adaptation. So I
Yeah,
wrote
it
that one out.
covers, it kind of covers a whole slew of them that I kept going, wait a minute, adaptation can do that, and I did not realize that the human body essentially was made to be adaptive.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just that we don't do it. But push to come to shove, human beings do adapt to certain situations.
Right. They do.
So imagine that enhanced.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, we will be kick-ass, taking names and everything else.
Totally, totally awesome. All right.
Okay.
Well, what we're going to do is we're going to use that as a stopping point. I've made a notation of where we've left off, and we're going to finish this next week because we still have a whole bunch of other um, abilities and also the psychic abilities to go over as well. And then we are going to narrow down. We want everyone to think about what we've said so far so that you can start narrowing your list down, because don't forget, it doesn't matter what your skills are that you have right now. Whatever skills you choose are going to replace whatever you have now. You're not going to have what you have now. And then we're going to narrow it down to one, just one gift that if you can only have one power, we're going to narrow it down from there. So whatever you've written down now, if you haven't narrowed it down to 3 already, try to do that, because we're going to give you a bunch more next week, and then we're going to take a vote to see. I want to see which single power gets the most votes. I'm very curious to see where we are with that. And so, and we've got.
I'm gonna fine tune it. I'm gonna fine tune my adaptation and.
Now, Monica does bring up a good point. She says, but how does personal adaptation help your friends and family and the other fellows? So we have to think about that too.
You have no, but it did, because he adapted his son adapted in general because I guess he was the offspring of both the human and the alien.
Right.
Whereas he adapted based on the needs of his family. If it threatened him, he didn't adapt as much. But if it threatened his son or his wife, the mate that he chose from Earth, oh no, he adapted. It was based on, I have to protect them, no matter what. So his adaptation happened and based on, I have got to save them. I have got to protect them. Whereas the son's adaptation was, he was very 2 years old or 3 years old, and he was just like, mommy and daddy needs to be saved. And he went at it.
Oh.
It was awesome. It was so awesome. You got to read that book. And now you're going to make me go back and read it again. It's called Adaptation, and there's part 1 and part 2. And I waited for 2 years for part 2 to be out, and I was just like, I couldn't wait. I went back and I read part 2, and then I went and I read part 1 and 2 together, and then I'm like, now that I talked about it, I'm gonna go back again, because next week I'll be back. Adaptation here.
Right. I gotcha. All right. So your
So
homework.
yeah, it does affect. It's supposed to. It's based on what type of adaptation you want. So that's according to the way the book reads. You will adapt it based on what your needs are. And if your needs, as the male, I guess his needs were protect my mate and child. With the child, his needs were protect mommy and daddy. And her adaptation, the mate, was she was human, but she was very skilled at her knives and her guns and everything. She's like, protect everybody, protect my son and my husband.
Right.
You know what I mean? So she was not superhuman in that sense, but she adapted based on what she needed.
Okay, I
So
got
she
you.
did what she had to do. So it's, I guess it gave you each of the perspectives, the absolute human, the hybrid child, and then the alien. And it gave you their perspective of how their adaptation took place, what it did to them as from their adaptation part. You know what I mean? So it's
Right.
interesting to read, or it's interesting to take the definition yourself and see what you want to adapt based on your needs and your family needs. So again, adaptation is very personal. So it can be modeled based on your what do you need to adapt to survive.
Right. All right.
So it kind of opens you up to a whole lot of
It
things.
actually does. It does open us up to a whole lot of things. So our homework is to narrow down your list, which I'm going to do too. I'm going to narrow things down,
Me
and then
too.
we've got a whole host. We actually plowed through. I am so proud of us, Gotta Star, because we plowed through a lot. That is for
Yeah,
those
we did.
to watch. That is not like us. Normally, we would still be on number 5.
You know why? We were like, nope, 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 nope. This, you know what I mean? We kind of went through and in our mindset of what we want, what we would need to survive. And as we
Right.
were doing it, that's when I decided, okay, I think I know what I want.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. So we have a nice set of homework for us to do and to come back, and you guys are going to tell us what you chose and why.
Yes, and tell us what you chose and why. All right. So with that said, we are always, 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 always so grateful that you
Yes.
support us and that you join us and, you know, listen to us and joke with us and give us your input. We are so grateful for you guys that you're always with
Yeah.
us. You're our family, and we wish you an awesome week. And just know how much we love and appreciate you. That's really, really, really important that you know that.
Yes. 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 And I think you guys know that, right? You guys are fun, and you
We
have
are.
us going and you have us laughing. Yeah, I tell you, we look forward to it because we're so busy and we're so seriously busy all the time. So Mondays with you guys are our time to relax and enjoy who and what we are. And we appreciate that. All right. Thank you
Absolutely.
guys.
And so, with that said,
Dad, merry
Mary,
meet, merry
Mary,
part, and merry meet again.
again.
Mwah, love you guys.
Mwah. Thank you, everyone, and we will see you here next week.
Next week.
Have an
All
awesome
right. Have a
week.
great night. Bye bye. Oh, and a toast